feels like I haven't made these POV videos in so long. It's maybe because I didn't have the car. Car was in the shop for 2 days. The Genesis Coupe. Surprise, surprise. Jenny had to go to a shop. What we are doing today is, of course, a POV drive. But the car is gonna sound a little bit worse. Alright? It's not that I got a tune. Yes, the tune is still on the way. But the car has been going through some mechanical problems, and bro, it is so bad. But I'm still taking the risk, and I'm still gonna make this POV video, because you know, you can't miss a weekly upload, bro. You just can't. So let me get a like, let me get a subscribe for that, and I'll show you guys why the car isn't gonna sound that good, and why this is a major issue for the Genesis Coupe, bro. Alright, so you know what, let me just show you guys, bro. Might as well just show you guys right now. Alright, let's turn the car on. Oh yeah, by the way, we got our winters on. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video, but we got our winter tires on. And yeah, OEM wheels, they don't look too bad. Maybe a little more monster trucky since the wheels are a little smaller, so the car's sitting a little higher. But other than that, bro, it's still the same Jenny, bro. It's still the same Jenny. We still got the ISR exhaust setup right here. We got the down pipe going to the mid pipe, going to the test pipe, down pipe, mid pipe, and of course axle back exhaust with the ISR titanium tips. Yeah, though, nah, let me let me show you guys what's up, bro. Let's turn the car on. I can give you guys a brutal cold start. Alright, and I'll explain to you guys what happened, why it's still sounding like this, and what's really wrong with it. But on a scale of 1 to 10, you guys need to tell me how bad this is, bro. Before I still keep driving with this, I need you guys' advice on what I should do. Alright, so here we go. Clutch in. Let it warm up a little. Right away. Wait, hold up. Right away, you guys already noticed that I'm low on gas, obviously, right? But we're gonna go fill up. But right away, you guys noticed that engine light. Now that engine light isn't something minor, bro. When you plug in the OBD, the codes you get. Oh, let me show you guys the codes. This is the code you get, boys. Cylinder 4 misfire detected. Alright, I'll tell you guys how this happened, why it happened, and why I'm so scared. But bro, this is bad. This is very bad, bro. And let me show you guys something under the hood. What we have is a cold air intake, obviously a blowout valve, but this isn't the issue. The issue here is this new part right here, the intake manifold. Alright, so the engine intake manifold was completely cooked, and I'll show you guys what happened. But this is a completely brand new part that I got, because the plastic OEM one broke, and I'll show you guys what the OEM one looks like. So this is this is that OEM part, bro, and look at it. Look at what I did to it, bro. Without a tune, just by regular boost, this is what happened to your engine intake right here. Alright, now this is the plastic one. I had to upgrade to the metal one, and the metal one has been giving me some problems. But I'll tell you guys more about it when we start driving the car. Alright, boys, so some change of scenery. I just got some gas, and I just wanted to show you guys what was really up. I don't know if you guys could even hear me over the engine. But, so we got this new OEM Plus engine intake manifold, and now the thing is that once I put it on, the gasket, I think, is the bad part about it, because I think I have a gasket leak. Right, so it looks like I'm gonna have to get a new gasket, and it's either that or I have a vacuum leak somewhere here. I even got the brake cleaner. Let me just show you guys. And it's windy and cold as fuck. I'm still making this video. If you guys haven't liked it, I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing. But yeah, car 101, first thing you want to do if you think you have a vacuum leak is get one of these brake cleaners and spray it where you think you have a vacuum leak, so the engine sucks it up and then combusts it, and then the RPMs go up. So I did spray around the gasket and on this pipe over here, and bro, the revs go crazy up. So it looks like I have a big leak. You guys can even see the gasket like over there too. But yeah, that is why we have a misfire. I don't know if I showed you guys already what it sounds like, but I'm gonna show you guys what it sounds like too. What's crazy is while all that was happening, this tube even got out right here. This one right here, I don't know if I can point, this one right here, this got out, and I was building no boost. I got so scared, but I fixed that. I just put it back in and tightened the clamp up, and that's why I got more boost. But the thing is though, we need to watch out for this, because we need to fix this as soon as possible. After this video, I'm probably going to take it apart again, get a new gasket, put it on, and hopefully that fixes what is happening right now. And I also think this fuel rail right here might not be joining up right, because I think my fourth fuel injector isn't working properly. But we'll see after tomorrow, and we're gonna diagnose this car properly tomorrow. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys what it sounds like, and yes, to me it sounds kind of cool. It sounds cammed, but let me know what you guys think, your honest opinion about this. All right, let's go. So that is what the car sounds like, and while it's on idle, bro, my seats are shaking, man. But yo, honestly, it's the car life, bro. You gotta always expect something coming your way, bro. That moment you start making a lot of money, that's when you realize, like, all right, bro, one of the things in my car is gonna go bad soon, and that's what happened to me. So this is more of a story time on how not to fuck up your engine. And I hope you guys who just got into cars and everything, listen to me, because you're gonna save yourself a few $100, bro. And a few $100, they go a long way, man. I'll give you guys a nice little rev. I don't really want to go too far, just in case the car shuts down and I might have to tow it, right? But yeah, we're just gonna drive locally on roads, and I'm gonna give you guys a nice story time on what happened and what I did to fix it and why it's still not fixed yet. I'm gonna do everything I can to fix the car, but if it doesn't fix at the end of the day, it might be time to let go. Average Genesis Coupe owner, man. Alright, we're on main roads now. I think we can start talking about this. So a few days ago, let's say 4 days ago, I was racing one of my boys, and he was in a Lexus IS 250, you know, and it's an easy gap. Obviously it's an easy gap, but thing is, I did want to push my car to its limits, right? So what I did, at a red light, I lined up with my boy and I revved it up to 3k RPM. I let go of the clutch. It's the best let go I've ever done in my life. It's the best launch control I've ever done. I just got new winter tires. We got grip on the road, and I'm zooming. All right, now I'm shifting gears like a Vin Diesel, bro. I clutch in, second gear, boom. Matter of a few seconds, I'm back to 4k, 5k RPM. I shift it perfectly fine. We go into third gear. All right. Now third gear, we shifting beautifully, right? We're back onto that 4k RPM right there. We shift again, but this time when I let go of the clutch, it's a loud bang. All right, now this is the loudest bang I've ever heard from this car, and I was a little proud. I was like, yo, what? This sounds crazy, right? At first, but then later on, while I'm driving down the road, I realized my brakes are losing power. My brakes turn into like just bricks. They're just straight bricks, bro. It's so hard to just press it down. Now what I did was, obviously, if you're a good driver, you're not gonna really be that scared. You gotta stay calm, obviously, right? So I already knew what to do. Just drive until the car stops by itself. Just weave through traffic if you can. But luckily the car stopped. There was no cars in front of me. I was rolling at around 30 kilometers an hour, and I start slowly pulling, and we got a cop up there. Please don't pull me over, man. I'm already having a terrible week, bro. Please, bro. Just in case, we're putting the windows down, man. We're putting the windows down. I cannot afford to get pulled over right now, man. All right, I think we're good. He's just camping for other guys. But where was I? So yeah, brakes go numb, and I pull on the handbrake. I come to a complete stop. Now what's happening is that my car is revving itself while it's in idle. I'm not stepping on the gas. The car is in stationary. And yo, it's jumping up to 3K, 4K RPMs by itself. I'm just scared as fuck, bro. Damn, that sounds nice. But yo, I'm just scared. And so this was at a function. I was at a function for around 12 hours, 14 hours, setting up the stuff, taking that back down and all that. It was a family function. And later on at night, we call CAA. And now what happens is that I tried turning on the car a couple times in between before we called CAA. Now when I would turn on the car, right under that engine intake manifold, I couldn't see the crack. So I'm just confused on why it's acting like this, right? My first instinct was that, oh, a vacuum line probably just popped off and is causing me to lose some pressure and all that. But I look around, I see no vacuum line, right? But later on, when I start the car and I tell my boy to look under the engine bay and see what's going on, he records this video, and it's my engine intake manifold shooting flames, bro. All right, now that's already a scary, yo. If you guys have ever got into car problems, that is something very scary, bro. Right? I turned off the car completely. I let it sit there for the rest of the night. All right, now we call CAA. Around 2 a.m. first CAA guy comes, and obviously we order a flatbed because, you know, why not? A flatbed is always safer than a regular tow truck. Cool, we order a flatbed at 3 a.m. Let me just get out the way, bro. This guy is tailing me right now, bro. This guy has somewhere to be, interrupting my story time. Come on, man. Anyways, flatbed guy comes, he looks at me, he looks at the car, he goes like, did you lower it? Like, bro, why would I lower it? It's winter, bro. I just raised it, right? I mean, I didn't even raise it, I just put on winter tires. Guy looks at me straight in the eye at 2 a.m. and says, I can't tow you, you're too low for me, and your tow hooks are rusted. I was like, alright, cool. Well, you know, we wait until 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Another tow truck guy comes in, and this is one of those regular tow trucks, right? Regular tow truck comes in, looks at the car, he tells me what's wrong with it. I tell him, you know, I think I blew one of the vacuum lines, I can't find it, let's tow it to the mechanic. He says, watch out, it's an expensive repair, because from what I'm seeing is everything's perfectly fine, but one of your parts looks like they're fucked up. So I was there like, yo, this is crazy, right? So we get it towed to the mechanic at 3-ish a.m. We leave it there, and I get a call from my mechanic the next day. He's like, bro, your engine intake manifold, it's gone, you cracked it open, my guy. And you know, like, yo, when you hear those parts, like, yo, what did you do? You know it's serious, bro. You know it's a serious issue. Anyways, yeah, I don't think I should make too much boost right now, bro. I'm so scared right now. But yeah, he tells me engine intake manifold's gone, you should come to the shop, check it out, see what I'm trying to say. So I go to the shop, I check out what's up, and he shows me that the OEM intake manifold, it's cracked open, it's in bits and pieces, bro. And he tells me that to order a new one, it's gonna be rare to find because it's a Korean car, and obviously we are from Canada, all right? It's a Canadian-based YouTube channel. Oh, Canada, bro. So tells me it's gonna be a hard find, and I'm searching up online. I'm like, this guy, hold up, we got a tunnel. There we go. We got a small little pull for you guys. Nice. But he tells me it's a hard part to find. He can't find any parts. His supplier doesn't have parts. You're gonna have to find the part yourself. Now what I do, like how every teenager right now would do, goes on eBay, checks out the intake manifold prices, and bro, they are so overpriced. Let me show you. Yo, I'll put up some screenshots of the prices I got. And yo, it's scary, bro, because no one makes aftermarket parts for this car, since it's just a Korean car and it's a little old. So it's gonna be hard to find parts for this car. And I already knew that before I bought the car, but it's whatever. So then I find out that you could get the plastic OEM part again. But what I was worried about is that, yo, if this happened to me once, it could definitely happen to me again. And my next step was to just let that happen. That was my backup plan, to be honest. Just let it happen again, I guess. But then I figured out that this part also has an OEM. No, actually, we're not gonna go through here. Feel some boost. So what I figured out is that this has an OEM plus part, full metal. So the engine intake manifold is the same thing, but it's full metal. So I tried finding it online, and obviously you're not gonna find anything online, especially for this car. No one wants to ship it to you. It's not gonna be next day delivery. It's gonna take months to come in. And so I hit up a few scrap yards, and I found the part from one of my old Genesis Coupe friends that part out cars. Now he told me that it's perfectly the same size and same valves and same everything. You wouldn't really have to do anything. It's plug and play, right? It's a bolt-on basically. And so he gives it to me. I go drive to Saga in my other car. We got the MDX in the cut, and so we take the Acura across the fucking city, and we finally get the part. I drop it off to the mechanic. Mechanic calls me back a few hours later. He's like, yo, it's not even the same part, bro. It's a little smaller in size. And I was like, shit, all right. Well, he puts it on. After a few days, I finally get the car back, and I'm test driving it, and everything seems fine until everything looked fine until I heard the sound of the exhaust. I was like, all right, bro, this does not sound like the Jenny I once had. What's up? He said one of the fuel rail lines are not connecting right. Now, yo, honestly, I was just happy the car was working again. But now that I look back at it, after a few days, it looks like I'm gonna have to dump some more money in and get it done by the right guy, because that guy just fixes family cars, bro. I can't even blame him, bro. I don't think he knows how to fix a Genesis Coupe, but it's whatever, bro. It's whatever. But yeah, now we're stuck with the engine light. We have a misfire on cylinder 4 from my OBD scanner. I checked it out, and the car's vibrating like crazy, and so we'll see what's up. But yeah, that's the story, guys. That's the story, man. That is the story on how I blew up my engine intake manifold. And my advice to you guys is, if you guys want to push more power, get the supporting mods for it. I completely forgot about my engine intake manifold. I was just focusing too much on the turbo parts and forgetting a lot about the engine. Like, I literally got a blow-up valve in a turbo, but I forgot that there's another whole side of things that you need to upgrade. I mean, obviously it's still my first car, so mistakes are valid. But yeah, that's my advice, man. If you're upgrading one thing, make sure you have the supporting mods for all of them. And what's crazy about this is that this is a stock ECU, bro. And if I had a tuned ECU and I made a little more boost than I did that day, the engine intake manifold would have blew up in front of my face, and that would have completely killed the engine. I told my other Genesis Coupe owners, all my friends that own Jennies, I told them, I'm like, yo, this is what happened to my car. And they said, bro, you dodged a bullet. They all said that if you got a little more unlucky and if it blew up in your face, your engine would have been completely gone. Yo, you know what? We're so thankful the engine's running, but now we just gotta fix up these little vacuum leaks and these gasket leaks, I guess, and figure out a way to really place it onto the engine mounts properly. We'll see what's up. I'll update you guys in the next video. I mean, I'm still making these daily videos for you guys, so I got you, man. But yeah, just we're cruising and we're talking. It's a story time from your boy SB, man. That's how it be. That rhymes. Turbo. Hey man, I know a lot of you guys are like car guys in the comments, and you guys are well experienced, more than me at least. So if you guys have any advice on what I should do next, just let me know, bro, because I am so scared, bro. This is my first car and it's acting like this. Of course I got a Jenny, it's unreliable obviously, but you know, it's whatever. It's the car life. I signed up for this. Now drive wise, the car doesn't feel any different. It just shaky on idles, to be honest. That's it. But yeah, bro, looks like we're gonna have to spend another $500 just to get the car fixed up. Well, it could have been fixed up in the first place if I just took it to a better guy. But you know what, it's the car life, man. It's the car life. I'm not really mad about it. It's a learning experience. Whatever happens, happens for the best. If that engine intake manifold didn't burst up on me, who knows, maybe later down the line it would have blown up on me instead of cracking open, which we got saved from. So you know what, you gotta count your blessings, man, even if it's bad. Second gear, come on, give me that roll, bro. Don't let it idle. It's already dying on idle. 4, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Clutch it, come on. Almost there, man. Bro, do you guys hear that? It sounds like it's talking to me, bro. Boo 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 boo. Yo, this is so bad, man. But you know, you gotta have a positive attitude, bro. Alright, boys, looks like I am gonna end the video here. Yo, hopefully by next week, car's perfectly well. It's out of the shops. We're gonna have some Christmas lights on the car, right? We're gonna do that Christmas thing that everyone does with their car. Hopefully it snows next week too, so we can have some fun in the snow and give us some donuts and whatever. But yeah, if you guys stayed for my whole story time, please drop a like, because I did drive the car while having a misfire. Obviously it's a bad thing to do, and some of the car guys are probably gonna be mad for me for doing this, but you know, you gotta do it for the content, man. You gotta be consistent, and you know, I appreciate you guys' support. That's what's keeping me going right now. So make sure you guys like, make sure you guys subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video, hopefully with a better version of this Jenny.